Hi fellow YouTubers. As you've probably seen from the video I've just put on YouTube showing my soldering station. It's just died, so all my projects have now been put on hold for now until they supply their replacement. It just completely died on me. I've checked the fuses and normal things and it's all fine. So I assume something internal failed. I took it all out completely because none of it's working. So yeah, what it means is the project to do the A4 has been put on hold because I can't do any soldering at the moment. So I'll just quickly show you this, and you may not see any more now on the A4 now till the new year, depending on how long it takes to get the replacement. They may not have any in this country. Came from a Chinese company who have a distribution warehouse in Manchester, as lots of them seem to do now. Sell from China but have a distribution point in the UK. But anyway, that's that. What I can show you is the lights I use on the A4. You've all seen Zimo decoders, so I don't need to show you that. One of the things I like about Zimo decoders is the stay alive capacitor that comes with all of them, and I always use them. It's always best to have them rather than not. Some of the big heavy locos with pickups on all wheels probably don't need it, but I put it on anyway, just for the hell of it. Okay, so the lights, what I tend to use from U-Choose, and I always use Choose because John is very helpful and he always responds very quickly. Now John at U-Choose offers several options for lights on steam engines that look very similar to lamps, and he does two varieties: vertical, where you can see it what it is, vertical, comes all pre-soldered. If you want to, I'll tell you the price point in a minute of these. If you want to make them up yourself, you can do, but that's called a vertical one, and I'll show you why you'd use vertical as opposed to these, which are horizontal. Hope you can see that. So there's the vertical, put them together, and there's a horizontal. The smoke glow is just a simple LED. I'm sure these can be made up. These will be easy to solder on the back. Very easy. It's whether or not you can be bothered to make up lamps like this, or whether you just want to buy them pre-soldered. I buy them pre-soldered because I couldn't be bothered messing around buying lamps and putting lights in. There'll be SMDs, look at the size of them. So they're the lights I use. The price point, these made up are £3 each. You do get resistors, which you must use, and I'll show you probably after Christmas now, with heat shrink. You get more heat shrink and resistors than you need. So again, it's whether or not, can you be bothered getting an LED like this, wiring up, finding resistors and heat shrink, or do you just want to buy it for £3? Same with these. These are £5 each, and they come with resistors and heat shrink. I personally won't be bothered making my own lamps up. I'll always buy them from John, unless I can find them cheaper. The tools I use, let me just show you the A4. What I've done is I've drilled a hole. Let me just put it in position, and I've just rested the LED where I want it. and it comes through the bottom there. And I'll show you in the next video how I daisy chained them and where I put them underneath this section here. So that is just held in by my fingers and thumb. It's not glued in. So that's where roughly I'd want it. And what I tend to do, let me check it out. What I tend to do is I use pliers like this, grab hold of the lamp iron, and in some cases it just pulls out, leaves you a small pilot hole. This one didn't. So what I did, I used a 1/2 mil drill, and I drilled a pilot hole, and I then used 1.5 mil, and the hole ends up exactly the right size to put one of these in. Now what I do for this, so I get the elongated hole, if that's what I can call it, rather than a perfect round circle. What I do, because you have to do it because of the plastic, whoops, get it right shot, all this plastic. What I have to do is I drill, let me get this right, on an angle like that, not perpendicular, on an angle like that. So I missed this section, get it in shot, so I missed this section here. But also, when I've drilled the 1.5 millimeter hole in like that, I then lift it up so it ends up perpendicular. And what that does is it elongates the hole rather than make it circular. And that allows for all this wiring here. You see the back, which sort of bulges a little bit, and it sits in perfectly. And what I then do, I put a dab of glue around the base, just below the base of the lamp there, and then I put it in a hole. See if I can get it in on camera. It'll keep falling out. Bear with me a second. Get these two the same length. I bet it doesn't go in. Went straight in before. Now on camera, it won't go in. Okay. I put the dab of glue on while it's in. I don't put the dab of glue on and then try and get the wiring in. Put the dab of glue on, put it on. I suppose you could use, I'd use rocket glue, but I suppose super glue would do. And you hold in position for a relevant amount of time. Once you're happy it's stuck, I then move on to the next one. Once I've done that and I'm happy it's stuck, I then wire it in together, daisy chain together, and stick it all the way along inside here till I get to the where the glow LED will be. But I'll show you that in the next video. The lights, by the way, John does yellow for the front and red for the rear. Now, I've found the majority of lights that go on the front of the loco tend to need the the vertical lamps like that. The tender, I can get this off, tenders need the horizontal that goes straight in like that, because more often than not, the body, the lamp needs to go in like that, hence why you need the vertical one, and the rear need a horizontal one which comes straight through to the inside. Yeah, the front, it does yellow and the back red. You can have it whatever way round you want. If you wanted vertical to be red, then and the horizontal to be yellow, then yeah, just tell John what you want. So I think that's it for now. Yeah, I've decided, it looks like I'm not bothering wiring both of these together, so I can have red lights on the rear. I'll probably just put red lights on the rear of the center unit. So like that. So I'll probably just put red lights here. and what my thoughts are. Please tell me if you think I'm doing it right. My thoughts are, because this won't have a smoke unit, it relieves the brown wire, so I don't use the brown wire, which it tends to be used for the smoke unit. I'm going to wire the red lights up so I can switch them on independently of the front. So rather than have them on permanently, red and yellow in this case, I'm going to have these on so I can switch them on and off independent of the front, in case I run it like that. That's my thoughts. But if you think it'd be better wiring it all together using the micro plugs, so I've got the red light on the back, and then let me know. I'm open to suggestions. That was just to make my life easier rather than wiring, because I'm going to put micro plugs here. And do I want to put micro plugs there? I don't know. But if you think it'd be better off, then I'll go for it. If there's something I've forgotten, something I haven't shown you, please let me know, and I'll respond to your questions, or I might put in the next video. The next video I'll show you this with the lights glued down, daisy chain together, and then run along here, and then I'll stop and I'll show you how I fit the LED for the glow light for the firebox. Okay, if I don't put another video up, have a nice Christmas for you and your family, to you and your family, blah 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 again. I might put another video up, maybe just on jokes. Yeah, I might do that before Christmas, but if not, have a nice Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye for now.